Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? It is 6 o'clock. It is time for the daily Procrastinator's Guide to Life. If you have not seen this before, we are 3 days into what is essentially a way for me to have a better start for my day and hopefully help you have a better start for yours. This is about doing, taking action. It is about making sure that you stay on the right path for the day. So for me, I wanted a way to, make the most of my mornings. And this is part of that process. I am somebody who likes to get up pretty early and I like to be making the most of that time. And this is all part of that process. So welcome. So now I am learning as I go along on these lives. So normally my sort of live video content has been delivered at the end of the day or during the working day, and part of the process, part of the idea behind this this live is that I am building something out in real time. And one of the things that I was wanting to do was have interviews for people, and indeed that's what we will be doing. But I was supposed to be interviewing Chantal Davison this morning, but she's having broadband issues, which is a real which these things happen. And Chantal will be coming on next week, which I was hoping to be able to chat with her today, but hey, we don't have the power to control the internet, it would seem. So it is all good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share a little bit more information about video testimonials. We've been talking about that Monday and Tuesday, and we started sort of looking into the reasons why you'd want to do that. And so my idea is that I give you just a tip every day, and that hopefully will give you a bit of food for thought and prompt a bit of action. One thing that you can achieve today. Good morning, Karen. How are you? Lovely to see you here. And Mike Boss, Mr. Boss, he is here. Well, this is lovely because I'm finding that actually sort of there's a lot of us up. There's a lot of us up at this time of the day, and I'm always faintly surprised. I sort of knew it was. I knew we were out there. I knew the early birds were lurking out there. But we'll kind of obviously get more people joining as we go along. But the early risers, I don't know what it is. I've always been an early riser. And I think I'm the only one. I'm the only one in the house who's an early riser, really. But I get so much done this time of the day when I get up. But I've sort of forgotten that for a while, and this is all part of the process of getting up. TJ Vanderbilt. Well, joining from Asia, so it's not that. Indeed, well, exactly. So we do have a global audience, and which is lovely. So it is fantastic to have you join us, and it's not morning for everybody. So whether you are just getting up or going to bed, hopefully this will give you a bit of food for thought. So my tip for the day carries on from the last 2 days about video testimonials. So I just wanted to share a little bit of a practical tip about collecting video testimonials. So one of the things that I don't do when we're gathering testimonials, either for clients or indeed ourselves, is kind of encourage the interviewee to over prepare. Now, the way I work it, if I'm doing virtual testimonials, we'll arrange to have a chat beforehand. So a couple of days before the interview takes place, I'll get together with the person who's going to be on camera, and we will just have a conversation about the process. But what we won't get into too much detail is the the kind of the detail of what I want them to say, because one of the things I desperately don't want with video testimonials is for them to feel over prepared or feel scripted, because that is a real death knell on authenticity. One of the things you really want in terms of your video testimonials is for the outcome, for the output, to be sort of to have that feel of authenticity. What do I mean by that? I mean that kind of those moments where you see people stop and think, the moments where people are kind of perhaps looking for words. Those are the things that make us as viewers feel like we are seeing something authentic. And that is absolutely critical for video testimonials. If there is that sort of look and feel of authenticity, then we will believe, and we will take away from that video content the things that kind of the company that is sort of putting the testimonial out there wants us to take away from. Now, I'm sure we've all seen them. I mean, a lot of kind of TV ads are, if they use it. I don't know if you remember, there was some particularly bad toothpaste adverts a while ago, which had, so-called real people sitting in front of the camera talking about their experience of using a particular toothpaste, and they were terrible because they sort of you knew that the people were actors. You knew that the words they were saying were scripted, and it felt too slick, which I suppose for a TV ad that's fine. You kind of, that makes sense, but as a testimonial it doesn't work, because you think that the thought process goes, well, if they're actors, how honest is the testimonial? If they're repeating words that have been written for them, that won't be that, it's unlikely to be their experience. So what I will do with clients when I'm working with them to help create testimonials for them, I get together, I identify a list of kind of outcomes we sort of want. What do we want people to be talking about? What stories do we want them to be telling? Then I go to that happy client of theirs, and we just have an informal conversation about what we want out of the process. And then when it comes to the filming, we will have a list of questions that will guide us, but those questions won't be over prepared, because that sort of over preparation is the death knell to authenticity. So that's what I'd say is, like, when you're asking questions of your clients to get those testimonials, don't tightly script, don't massively over prepare. That's my tip for you today. So what have we got on today? So it's my son's sports day today, which seems like really, really early in the term. So although I know we're rapidly approaching sort of the end of term, but we're not that close at all. But this, so we're going today to do that. So it seems a bit weird to me, but we'll see how it goes. He's not thrilled about the experience. So he's not a great lover of sports day. Still doing dad's. I do hope not, Mike. I mean, it's the sort of school where it might happen. It's a lovely little primary school in sort of near to Totnes, and it is quite traditional. So there might be a dad's race, but I did a few dad's races early on in my parenting career, and I think I don't need to do any more. I think Oren would be chronically embarrassed by the whole experience. So the answer, not if I can help it. Definitely, strictly a sort of an observer, somebody who cheers people on. My sporting work. Well, actually, so I broke my foot earlier in the year. Well, I don't know what happened there. It just my broadband just dropped out massively. So yeah, the joys of the technology. Yes, good. I don't know what it is. We've normally got a really good broadband connection, but it is just being a bit up and down. I am back. I'm back, Karen. Hello. Yeah, well, that's it. Maybe it's just bored. Maybe the Wi-Fi is just bored about hearing about my broken foot. What I was saying is that, yeah, with my foot and the op I had earlier in the year, I've been putting off getting back to doing some exercise, Mike. So I am now, as of this week, starting back doing some actual proper exercise, which is great, because I have been a lazy, indolent dad for quite a while, and now all that's changing. So back to the testimonials. I hope that was good. I hope that sort of has perhaps prompted you some thinking in you to kind of start to look at how you might engage with clients around getting good stories from them, because those positive client experience stories will sell. They do work, and they are a powerful way to translate the information, that the experience that they had working with you or with your products, and turning that into something that other people like them can look at and go, we've got a similar business. I can see and hear that you've had a good experience, and then it sort of massively increases the chances of people buying from you. But it's got to be deployed correctly. We'll talk a little bit about deployment again tomorrow. We talked a little bit about some of the tactics, sort of a tactical use of testimonials yesterday, and tomorrow we'll take another look at that. But there we go. That's today's done. Now, normally what we'd have is the interview coming in here, but obviously as we're building the show in sort of real time, if you are interested in coming along and being on the show as a guest, if you've got a tip that you'd like to share with the wider world that you think would help people with their lives, their day-to-day productivity, their personal development. This is okay. So the purpose of all this is not just about business development. I view this as being much about personal development as it is business development. I was sort of in that, I don't know why we have a slightly stuffy attitude towards personal development in this country. Sometimes it's sort of seen as a little bit sort of, oh dear, not for me, thanks. But it's something that, since I started looking into, my world has got immeasurably better. So if you've got tips that you'd like to share with the wider world around, either business development or personal development, there's a link in the description, and you can come and sign up, come on as a guest, and we can be here and have a chat and share some of your wisdom with the world. On that note, I will sign off, and I will see you all tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Now, if you are already in my world, you will know that I have recently launched my Video Academy course. This is my yearly course that helps you get the best out of video for your business, and it's about building out processes and strategies that actually put money on the bottom line using video as a marketing tool. So Video Academy is open for enrollment until next Monday, and then the course starts. But we are a small but dedicated band of people who are looking forward to growing their video side of business. So video is one of these tools that we all have the capacity to do, because we carry around, we're carrying these things in our pockets. They're fantastic tools for creating video content. But a lot of us don't use video for lots of different reasons. Mindset reasons, we don't like the idea of being in front of the camera, or whether it's a technical reason, we don't sort of know how to create the content. But Video Academy is all about building out a process and a strategy with video that is actionable. And so for £499, you get to join the cohort that goes through this process, and we are building out what you need to do together and getting video working as a tool for you, as a way to actually use video to put money on the bottom line. If you are interested in that, I would love to welcome you on there. We have payment plans for as little as 49 quid a month, so you can join the course and spread that payment over a year. Because I know that for a lot of people, they want to get going with this kind of stuff, but the investment is something that is holding people back. So I wanted to make it as easy as possible. I will put a link in the descriptions, or just send me a message. Pop a message over on Messenger, or just here in the comments, and we can get a conversation going. Because I would love in 6 months' time for you to look back and say, I've used these months wisely. I've used the last 6 months to kind of, I've invested a small portion of that time to create a strand in my business, which is generating revenue, which is generating leads. And video has the power to do that. And I want to take you on that journey. I want to show you the possibilities of it all. It's very exciting. So that's it. Join Video Academy. It's cool. It's going to be great. I will be here again tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And thank you for being here. It's really, really appreciated. It's a funny time of the day where we're all just getting going. But this is my way to attempt to start the day well. And it's lovely to have you along here with me. I will see you tomorrow.